And we are live, and no, I'm not wearing my hat today. I completely forgot that it existed. We are back at it with some game development today. We are finishing up some audio work that we have for the project. I'm going to turn down this music in the background here to fix my hair again. If my hair doesn't set right, I get really, really fidgety. So yeah. Alright. As a matter of fact, let's just... There we go. That should help. Let's turn this down a bit. The productivity music. Excuse me. Set that there. Okay. So we are good to roll now. So this is what I've got so far in terms of audio. We need to do the locked door audio to where a player hits a button, makes a little clanky noise. Sorry if I look dead tired. I didn't end up getting to sleep until like 6:30 this morning, despite my best efforts. I am a very light sleeper, and getting to sleep is incredibly difficult for me. Yeah, we do have background audio now. I think I might need to turn this down a bit. Yeah, let's set the roll-off pattern here. The distance. I can go the distance. Let's set it to 10. Volume, of course, put it down a little bit. Nostrils. Let's try. Sorry. Oops again. And then, of course, there's that one over there, which the monsters will spawn, so I don't want to cause that to be an issue. Let's grab this audio source here. The next one we're going to work on in terms of this audio affecting is these floor spike traps. So now we need to go into the interwebs. Okay. Let's see. See what this sounds like. Minus this nonsense here. Interesting. Not enough sound there. Oh, that's Fortnite. Nah. Okay. Let's see what this sounds like. Scrape slide for wood. Nope. Let's see. No. Let's see, glass sliding. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see, sound effects. Nah. Let's see. Wooden sliding door. Sliding sounds. No. No. Let's see if this just works. Good sounds, but I'm not sure we want that. Oops, I'm in the wrong spot here. Let's see. That's a bit messed up. Let's see. Let's see. Spike trap sound. Huh, I like that. Let's take that. Let's do that. Copy. I like that series. Oh, my back. Excuse me. Alrighty, now let's open up the fun bit here. Uh-oh. Don't freeze up now. Okay. I almost killed myself with that one. let's take this one here. Who the hell is knocking at the door? I keep feeling shit happening. Oh, maybe I'm just being dumb here. Hold on. It's just the audio here. There we go. Let's get closer. And let's X that out. There we go. I like this. Let's X that out. X that out. X that out. Let's remove that. Let's turn the audio down on this one just a bit. Go a little bit higher. There we go. Let's go a little closer. Here we go. All right. All right, WAV. Okay. Let's go to here, delete that. Let's reverse this here. Alrighty, so we need to let's see. Can't remember where the animation is set. Not right off the top of my head. So there is this trap script here. There we go. I went a little too far there. There we go. Simple and easy enough. Oh, riggy, 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 maroo. All right. Where else are we going to put this? I need this here. I can't breathe. There we go. It's called being asthmatic, and I really despise it. Alrighty. Come on now. Let's go ahead and null this out. Alrighty. Now let's go into here. Floor spike strap. Okay. There we go. That works. Just do that little quality of life bit there. Okie dokie. We got all that settled. Let's see. Alrighty. Now we're just going to import exactly what we did. There we go. Excuse me. Now let's see how it sounds. Let's get the player. Just to get close. It's a little too far out. That should work just fine. There we go. That works perfectly. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. It's perfect. Next one is the sliding blades. Let's make sure we save everything first. Okay. Hold on just a sec. Okay, yeah, that's fine. It's just light. Alrighty. Let's go to this thing's animation. What kind of audio noise do we want this one to have? Let's see if this does it. Don't want freaking ads, man. What was that little trick my nephew taught me? Pendulum blade trap. Interesting. Okay, not what we're after. See what we get with this. Blade drag across floor. That would make for a long blade trap. Yeah, I could easily do that. Let's see. There we go. That was right there. And that was about 30 seconds in. Alrighty. So about 30 seconds in. I'm a little too close here. There we go. Let's zoom in a bit more there. Trash that. You know, let's see what other kind of noises we can add to that with. Let's see what else we got over here. Let's try that right there. Turn that off. Turn that off. Place it right underneath it there. There we go. That'll definitely work. Oh, Rickamaroo. My hair's a bit of a mess. Alrighty. There's that. And we're going to take blade sliding, just toss it into there. It's probably going to go out to the very beginning. Go to this one. And boom. Alrighty. Turn off, turn off, turn off, turn off, turn off. Alrighty. Let's take a look at the floor spikes, see what their deal is here. In terms of their audio source. Alright. Where's the one I was working with? This is probably it right here, right? Yeah. Alrighty, so let's take the player object again. He's right over here. Let's move him over to here, and I think from here, the only other one to do that is like an actual trap is the darts. Let's go to this, and let's just set it to universal. And by universal, I mean override. Alright, now let's give this a good shot. I'd say here in about 15 minutes we're going to break for a lunch. Even though I pretty much don't have much to eat, lunch-wise. Okay, so I don't have that set to go both ways, which is great that we figured that out. All right. All right. Now let's try. Pretty much all we're doing for a while is just doing sound work. I guess we're still right next to those traps, so we got to adjust that. I think I'll take the audio listener from the camera and adjust it. Let's go to player There we go. That'll work. Now let's test this out. Oops, going the wrong way there. There we go, that's better. That works. That works exceptionally well. Now we got to do the dart trap here. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to go here and adjust this stuff here. There's a lot to apply. Alrighty. So now we got to do the dart trap. Nah. No. It's Fortnite. No. Let's see. No. But something to consider. I get an itch in my ear again. Do I have any of my tools? I don't think so. Not on me at the least. Ugh. I get itchy ear here. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. So many fucking Fortnite noises. I don't care for Fortnite. I don't like Fortnite myself. Just don't. That actually does look really, really, really good. Nope. I'm not going to listen to that crap. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Arrow or steam? No. Let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. No, I want something that's instant. Trying to look for ones that are short, like really, really, really short. Really trying to find the ones here. Swear to God, these ads, I'm losing my absolute mind. Nope. I mean, that's an interesting audio sound, but no. This is an idea. This sounds interesting here. No, that's not even a sound effect. Interesting. We'll keep that one in mind. Nah, and something that's a little bit more noticeable. It's too echoey. Let's see. Nah. I haven't gone paintballing in years. I'm trying to find paintball gun sound effects, but I haven't gone paintballing in years. I'd love to go paintballing again. Nope. Alright, so let's go back to here. That's perfect right there, if we just kind of cut it up a bit. Alright, let's go back into our audio edits. Just going to zoom in a bit. Alrighty. Let's go right to here. Now let's listen to it. That sounds good. Alright. Split. Delete. Let's turn the volume down on this one. Just slightly. Wall dart. Okay. Let's go into here, into our audio effects here for traps. There we go. We have this wall dart trap here. Alrighty. So now, put in an audio source here as well. It's the wrong one. I'm definitely going to make it 3D. Volume down just a little bit. Linear. Set it to 10. Take wall darts. There we go. Okay, so how are we going to trigger this one? What was the name of it? Audio cue. There we go. Alright, now let's see how this sounds. Let's see. Let's go right to here, right next to the blade, just to give him some room here. Very nice. Very good. I like that one. I like that. That really worked out well. Pretty quick too, no real issue. I do think I want the darts to be a little more visible. Let's see. Definitely not green. At least not yet. Let's see. Nah. No. I'll be honest, I'm just clicking some things here, seeing what works best. Maybe. Let's see. Let's go up this way. Nah. Nah. All those are doing is just making it a little less visible. Well, it just changes the color barely. Nah. Maybe. Trying to find a texture that will help it stand out. Hey, there we go. That'll work. This way it'll help it stand out against the wall, the trap itself. Or the environment, I should say. Yep, those certainly help it stand out. Very good. Very, very good. Is it extending beyond? That is so much nicer. Alright. That's all the basic traps except for the teleport. Excuse me. So let me go to the teleports here. This one has an animation on it, right? Yep. Alrighty. But we are going to take a quick lunch just to go get something to eat. We will be back momentarily. And here we are back again. Now we're going to do the pulsing trap. So let's look at, excuse me, some audio sources. Didn't touch anything, didn't touch anything. There we go. Alrighty. Magic Pulse. Nope. Nope. Nah. Nah. No. Hoo. Let's see. Nah. Electric Pulse here. No. That one might. Nope. Whoop. Sound effect. There we go. Nope. Okay. Definitely. Nope. Alrighty. Oh, man. Let's see. Doppler effect sound. There we go. Let's see what this sounds like. Nah. Whoops. Not what I did. Damn ads. Okay. Electricity pulse sound effect. Electric pulse sound effect here. Let's see if there's just a short one here. Electromagnetic field. There we go. There we go. That's what we want. That's exactly what we want. Right there. Let's go ahead and delete this. All right. Let's see. Let's see what this one sounds like. And this one? There we go, that's better. Let's make the sound go up. That is perfect right there. And let's turn that there. Now let's listen. Let's open it up a bit. How fast do these things pulse? I'm gonna watch. I don't think they pulse very fast. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's speed this up slightly. Not like that, Jesus. That'll do. All right. Teleport. There we go. I'll probably go right here in the middle of those two. Yep. Audio source. Paste component. Oops, wrong one again. Let's not play on awake. There we go. Let's see, teleport trap. Alrighty. Audio cue. Alright. Alright, let's test this out. Oh, we need to do the regular stuff here. Linear roll off. Set it to 10. Where did I put the player? Where did I put you? There you are. Let's take you and put you in this room here. Make sure this feels right. That actually looks really good. Huh. That's not right. That has me continuously going. So let's go to here. So at least we know that there's a fucky there. Huh. Alright. So let's look at the door script here. Dungeon door usage. Let's see. What is the difference here? Coal. What is coal? See if there is a difference at all. Nope, it's the same thing. Let's try that again. I don't know why that's not working. We're going to need to look into the player object and see what the deal here is. My character controller is still set. Huh. There seems to be an issue. Huh. Interesting. It's not activating my character controller again. So it's stopping right here. Huh. We can just delete this. We have no need for that. Oh, wait, not that one. This right here. We have no need for this. No need for... Well, we do. We do. Alright. So see if maybe that works, because this shouldn't be doing this. Because it doesn't do the same thing with the doors. That should not be working like that. You got 30 followers, and here comes the vibes. What's up, buddy? Sorry that I didn't respond immediately. Thank you for bringing us to 30. That is awesome. I love you. Took me a little bit. I apologize. I was really kind of wrapped up in what I was doing here. Is alright. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I'm trying to get these teleport traps to start working properly, because right now it's just got me doing this. Which it shouldn't be doing. Which is really aggravating me. But it's okay. That's what we're here to figure out. So what you up to, pal? There we go. Doesn't turn the animator back on. That might be the problem. P_anim.enabled equals false. There's something right here. Like something in this general vicinity here. Hope I get to affiliate. I hope so too, my guy. You making a game too? What? Give me a brief description of which one you're making, boss. Let's see. Let's compare notes. Maybe that helps. Is it telling me it's hit? Let me check the console. Yeah, console's telling me it got hit. Huh. Just wonder why it's not doing that though. Dance a little bit. Alright, for some reason this isn't working correctly. Let's try the door. Let's see if that has the exact same issue, which it shouldn't, but let's see if it does. Which, now that I think about it, I won't be able to do the door, because I'm in a bad spot. I think I won't be able to do the door. Let me look. Is there a door? There is a door right there. Is it locked? I don't think it is. No, it's not locked. It's not saying it's locked. Yeah, tell me what kind of game you're working on there, Vibes. I'll just call you Vibes, unless you have something else you'd like for me to call you. Yeah, that's doing the same thing here. It's not having an issue. So with that said, this shouldn't be working incorrectly. Huh. Teleports me, enables everything. What's coal? Sphere collider. Shouldn't be having this issue. Tell you what, let's create a totally different function. I don't want to have to remove these teleport traps because these are goddamn awesome. And they're going to be annoying as fuck. P-move. And we're going to put teleport. See if maybe that helps. Or I can make it into a pixel 3D for my game. Make what into a pixel 3D? I don't really work with pixel stuff too much, but I really would love to. Mainly because I'm a classic gaming nut. I love games from the early 90s, late 90s, just the 90s era. It's about a cartoony creature going to a hotel, and the hotel name, Horrors of Night, and you need to go and hide in places and watch for the monsters and enemies. You need to punch the enemies. That's fitting. But monsters, watch out, buddy, because they can jump scare you and kill you in the game, and there will be a brick store with a greedy goblin wants your money in exchange for a bit of gloves, metal gloves. That sounds like a pretty interesting horror pixelated RPG game. Now, I'm a sucker for RPG games. Is your game available on like Itch or Game Jolt for testing, or have you not gotten to that phase yet? It's still in progress. It's like in the pre-production phase. I've got a Cthulhu-based resource management game that's also in pre-production phase. I'm a big H.P. Lovecraft fan, not the guy, his work. Why is that doing that? See, it's got me teleported, but it's not enabling everything here. Let's see. Why is this not doing this? It's going through everything just fine. PN, P-move, controller, what have you, is grounded. Let's remove that, see if that helps. I don't think it will, but let's see if it does. Am I in the door? I'm in the teleport trap. Yeah, pre-production can take up a lot of time. Just try not to spend a whole lot of time in pre-production. One thing that I learned, I watch this YouTube channel, which I watch all the time. Especially back in the day when I first started getting into game development about 7 years ago. It's called Extra Credits. Some people have some gripes about some of the things they say, and everybody's entitled to their opinion on the matters because they all have different experiences. But they kind of laid a good framework. Once you start getting into building a game, try to have a prototype up in 3 weeks. It doesn't have to be big, flashy, nonsense, what have you. But it would serve you well to have sort of some working, what they call minimum viable product. That being like the absolute bare bones minimum. As a matter of fact, if you go to this game's current iteration in Itch and Game Jolt, which should be in my bio and description, whatever that may be, if you go to that and download what I have there, the minimum viable product, all it is a couple capsules with a sword and an axe and a bigger capsule for a boss. That's all it is to test for engagement, the very basic bare bones minimum. Which for this one, the foundation is combat, so it's click combat. For your game, you might want to have an idea of what you want your prototype to be once you start getting into the actual production phase, and then have a prototype up and running within 3 weeks. If you have that, then you have an itch page or whatever, contact me, and I will give it a play for you. I love playing indie games, especially early development indie games. I've actually got a couple downloaded that I want to do a live stream playthrough of, just so I can give immediate, on-the-spot feedback, which a lot of people would like, and Jesus Christ, I would like, but no one ever does for me. Kind of in my own nonsense there. pmove.controller enabled equals true. Dungeon door usage is the exact same deal. There's no reason this shouldn't be working. No reason at all. Yeah, there's no reason this shouldn't be working. Let me do this. Let me set it to full screen. Maybe it's just a frame rate issue. If you get a chance, look up Extra Credits minimum viable product. That'll give you sort of like a foundation for a good idea for your projects going forward. It's got the controller going. This is aggravating me. What, minimum viable product? Here, I'll Is that what you're looking to spell? Here, I got you. Oh, minimum, I put the wrong letter in there. Normally I'm a grammar police. There you go. Let me go ahead and actually pull up that video in case you want to see it. Now, these videos were made like 10, 12 years ago, so some small bits of information may be obsolete. By obsolete, I mean like certain perspectives. But as far as usefulness and the application in modern day gaming, modern day game design, still applies. There you go. I posted the link in there for you. It's still doing it there, but there's no reason that it should do that. I've got it set to the new spot, and it pushes it to the new spot. Alright. pmove.controller.enabled equals true. Which that should immediately do. And then pmove.panim.enabled equals true. Let's save project. Let's close it out and try to reopen it. Absolutely, my guy. Anything to help the game design community. Anything at all. Let's go to here and open it up again. See if maybe it just needs to be that. Today was supposed to be mainly working on fucking sound design, but these teleport traps aren't helping me at all, and I worked so hard on them. But it's alright. It's okay. We might just replace them with other traps, or make some new ones and render the teleport traps obsolete. Just as a safety. I mainly got the idea for teleport traps whenever I was playing Dungeons & Dragons online. It's kind of like a... What is it? A Warcraft, but with a D&D Eberron theme. And admittedly, I kind of stole that idea from that whenever I played the Mists of Barovia, which is just Curse of Strahd, but digital. Still doing the same thing. Shouldn't be doing that. Shouldn't be doing that at all. Let's just go ahead and remove the teleport traps. We ain't got time to mess with this. Why would those be in a tomb anyway, now that I think about it? Let's just go ahead and destroy those. We got a couple teleport traps. Yeah, let's just get rid of those. Don't need those. Excuse me. Now let's do some wall darts. And let's set it to... Excuse me. Whoops. Wrong director. Well, we can just set this up here. What? As I'm thinking about it, what tomb has teleportation traps? Did I burp? I wasn't paying attention. You know what? That just makes me human. Hush. Don't question me, damn it. I really need to have better hygiene, though, in terms of that regard. Just means I'm like one of y'all. I say y'all because I'm Southern. Not really Southern, but I live in the South. Why is it tilted like that? So yeah, sometimes I don't realize that I just did something incredibly stupid, and that was certainly one of them. Oops, shit. There we go. I am, which you might like to call completely stupid. Think of it as a quirky character trait. Alright, let's push all these down to here. There we go, a couple of wall darts. Nothing crazy. Let's go to the trap panel that this is attached to. Here we go. Set those to 0. I'm going to start... Oh, shit, not 30. Good God, there's not 30 traps in there. Let's go ahead and lock into that. And then just gather all these darts. God, now you're making me self-conscious, guy. Made me think that I've just been burping endlessly, and that might be why I don't have viewers at the moment. Get in there. Oh, this guy looks sophisticated. Blur. Never mind. Alrighty, so that works. These things, the darts should be going until they... Whoops, until they hit something, or after the timer resets. Let me go to the dart. Unlock that nonsense. Speed, damage amount, trail, turn speed. Let me look to see what in all that would be. Like, not in all that would be, but what in all their speed would be. Okay. Okay. Interesting. They should be stopping right there. Let me go look at the other ones there. Let me take a look at these, though. This shouldn't be doing that. What is this? What's the tag? Enemy weapon? Okay. Yeah, it should be stopping the moment it hits that. Enemy projectile. Okay, yeah, it should be stopping there. Let's see what enemy weapon, like what the physics are with that. I didn't think I set that to anything different. Project settings, physics, enemy weapon, default. That's why. That's why. Okay, that should work. Now let's give it a shot. Great, now I'm getting acid reflux. Yeah. That's a damn problem. Now I know I did it. Damn it. Alright. Let's just set this to enemy weapon as well. Do I want to do that? Got itchy nose, man. Here we go. Let's set it to enemy just to see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't delete immediately. Yeah, it's because it's hitting the wall. It's because it's hitting the wall. Okay, so let's take this and go into its fire spot here. Right to about there. Let's see if that helps. I got no one to work with, but still got no ideas for monsters and enemies. What is the overall theme that you're aiming for? Like undead, like dragon, construct, that kind of thing. Well, what's your overall theme? Creatures, so it's actually a hard one to to reference in terms of my own mental capacity. Like, are we talking magical creatures or like just like freaky fuck monster alien things? Let's hope this works. Scary ones. I'm going to be 1,000% honest. It doesn't necessarily narrow it down. But let's think of, for me, what classifies as a scary monster. So, first couple things for me that might help you to narrow some things down. Some of the scarier things for me in terms of monsters are anything Lovecraftian, simply because they push and stretch the limits of human comprehension. If you've read anything by H.P. Lovecraft or any subsequent authors like August Derleth, you will see that they're, for one, told from the most of the stories are told from the perspective of the main character, not as a third person or as a writing that takes place after the fact while they've had time to process their events, but rather they are told from the perspective of the person as they are happening almost. And they often describe things as, rather than saying he had 10 tentacles and 15 eyes and a rose full of teeth along his arms or whatever, it describes it as something, it literally is something along the lines of an indescribable monstrosity and horror that should not exist. And this usually involves everything being made of like tentacles and scales and rubbery skin and eyes. Things that are not, that we don't have necessarily a frame of reference for. Stuff like that is absolutely horrifying. Just because it boggles human comprehension. It pushes what we think we know completely off the table. The cool thing about Lovecraft's work, again, not the guy was a racist anti-Semite, but the works that he has, the things he wrote about, like Cthulhu is part of H.P. Lovecraft's work, is that they take the narrative for humanity's importance and place in the universe that we have given ourselves and flips it on its head. His stories make humans seem absolutely insignificant in the grand scheme of things. For example, it's not possible to declare an entity like Cthulhu as good or evil because they are so far beyond us and our levels of morality that they just exist beyond us. I'm going to be honest, it's just a poor guy that doesn't get ideas for characters or monsters, and I need to do something. If not, I just can't. Don't be like that. Don't have that mindset. You have this idea for a game. You have this idea. Rather than giving up on the 1 yard line, once you start making this idea because it seems difficult, stick with it. Because if you don't stick with it, this could be, let's put it this way, if you make this game, this could be what puts you on the map. This could be what gets your name out there. I'm playing with a penny. It could be what gets your name out there. And if you don't make it, if you don't make this project, you will spend the rest of your life wondering, what if? What if I'd done this? What if I'd put this out there? What if I had put this game on Steam and made so much money off of it, and then your name got placed into the annals of game design, indie game development? What if Scott Cawthon had not made Five Nights at Freddy's because it seemed difficult and he thought no one would understand it? Because it flipped all of what we know of horror games on their head. What if Connect Studios didn't make Phasmophobia? We wouldn't have anything like that, and modern multiplayer horror games would not be what they are today. It's because they had this idea, and they didn't have it fully fleshed out at the time once this idea popped into their heads. But they made it a reality. So, even with this project, I've come into several different roadblocks because I didn't know how to handle certain things. Hell, look at what we did with just the traps just now, the teleport traps. Didn't know how it works, so yeah, we removed it, but we kept going and added something else in its place. You've got to stick with your idea. If you really believe that this idea is good, if you believe that this idea would work, don't give up so quickly. Yeah, it seems hard, but if it were easy, everybody would do this. And nobody can bring your vision to life aside from you. There's a motivational speaker I listen to all the time. His name is Les Brown. He came up, he spoke about a situation. Imagine you're on your deathbed, and surrounding you on your deathbed are the ghosts of all the ideas you never acted on, the ghosts of the dreams that you never pursued, the ghosts of the actions that you didn't take. And they're standing before you with angry eyes, looking at you, upset, saying, "We came to you, and only you could have given us life. And now we must die with you forever." So tell me, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes? There will be ghosts around your bed in this regard when your time comes. There inevitably will be. But you should make it your life's goal to from all my ideas, I think 1 mil, to be honest, that I discard. You think 1 mil like $1 million or a million ideas? Whew, that made me lose my breath. Ever since I got COVID, it's hard for me to speak for extended periods of time without getting winded. That is the unfortunate side effect of having the vid. A million ideas? Tell me your million ideas. Give me as many as your million ideas that you can think of that occurred for you. Man, I really need to fix this. You don't have to give them... When you give these ideas, they don't have to be, like, extensive. They could just be something small. Like, for instance, one of the ideas I gave up on was a idea for a point-and-click horror mystery game inspired by The Grudge. That's one of the ideas I gave up on. Mainly because this was really early on in my career. God, if you want to call this a career. Really early on in my career that I didn't act on because it didn't seem cool to me, because it would be 2D. It would be point and click rather than 3D horror. You know? Like everybody was making at the time. Part of me wants to get back into making that because now I can actually do that with ease. Making point and click games. They're not hard, but that isn't to say that they're not. That isn't to say that they're not good. Because it's real easy to make something good so long as you put your heart and soul into it. I just have to set it to there. As a matter of fact, nah. We'll just have it stay like that, I guess. FPS first-person shooter game and roguelite game 2D. I can say that only I made progress on the roguelite game 2D. It was great, but it was hard to code, but I didn't have half the work yet. Oh, games like that are going to be difficult. Very difficult. But rather than say, oh, this is too hard for me to code, look at it and say, here's a challenge I can do. Let's make this. As a matter of fact, whenever I first started making any of my RPG projects, with this project has gone through several different graphical and gameplay iterations over the past like 5 years, and I finally settled on this, which the graphics might change. Graphics may change to something a little more realistic. I instead saw those problems not as things that would be difficult to surpass and surmount, but rather things, challenges that were like, how can I fix this? As a matter of fact, I will show you one thing as to how I managed to fix this idea, or managed to adjust this idea. It's simple inventory too. Right here. Simple inventory system. Normally, a lot of people would use the event system, like with buttons and clicking and that kind of thing, and that's what I tried to do. As a matter of fact, in previous iterations, I found a way around this that I still carried through to this. There's several different slots in this inventory. As a matter of fact, let's just break some things open. Whoops, sorry. Add stuff in the inventory. There we go. Got a couple of things. Is there anything else we can break real quick? Yep. There we go. So let's go to the inventory. There are various slots. Rather than doing the event system and basic navigation, I instead gave each slot a number. And those numbers, whenever the player moves this thing, correspond to a specific number. So rather than, have regular basic event system navigation, I instead use number systems. Whenever you press the keys, it changes the numbers. And whatever number is currently selected, that number, that slot, if its number is selected, will appear as selected. And if there's any buttons attached to it, which there typically are, and you interact with it, it'll say, basically check the code to see if this is a selected number, and if it is, whenever you hit this button, the button code will work, rather than typical event system. I had to find a way around it because it wasn't working at all the way I wanted to, no matter how hard I tried. So I found a different way. I made a complex system. Hell, this inventory script alone is absolute bullshit. It's a pain in the ass just to look at. As a matter of fact, let's look at it and take a quick peek. It is the ugliest damn thing in the world. Let me just tell you. This is my inventory script. It's ugly as sin, overtly complicated. But Jesus Christ, it's annoying, and if something happens to it, I have no idea how to make it stop. Oh my god, take a look at my equipment system. Fuck, that's bad. Like, this is perhaps the most overtly complicated, overtly convoluted system I've ever made. Jesus fuck, it's bad. I love the skeleton game a lot because it was the greatest game ever. I really love it, but people always told me I changed ideas. But yeah. So, it's one thing to give up an idea and abandon it. It's another thing to change it. Because if you have this idea that you want to pursue, things will inevitably be cut and changed. I mean, whenever you make any game, throw in all the ambitious crap you want. By the end of the day, in like halfway into the project, you've cut tons of it and changed some things. There's nothing wrong with that. For example, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, my all-time favorite game. I play it on an emulator all the damn time. I even had to have a Nintendo 64 with the game. Given the game's cartridge broke and I have it held together with a rubber band. Hotel Skeletons? Keep me updated on that, guy. Keep me updated. I would love to see just the name alone. Now, it reminds me of a game I played whenever I was like 13 called Habbo Hotel, which I don't recommend because it's actually kind of garbage. But that just made me think of it for a second. Same game, but skeleton. See, this is what you need to keep in mind. You don't have to give up on an idea. Just think from a new perspective. And then, boom, it'll all click. I see your excitement. I see your excitement. Do you know how many game developers get started on a project, see that they don't like maybe the idea or it's a little different than what they expected, and then they just give up on it? You had this idea. You wanted to change it. You wanted to make it better. You wanted to make it different because your idea that you had was likely not working to your expectations. How did I know you were excited? Because you said "oh" with capitalizations. But you had this idea, you were sticking with it, and then you had you just had an epiphany, and then got that motivation right there, my guy. There's the excitement. There's the problem-solving idea. This is really starting to annoy me, the fact that it's paintball gun noises, so I'm going to turn that off. Don't give up on an idea. But if you need to, make some changes. But yeah, let's go back to that Majora's... I got an eyelash. Let's go back to Majora's Mask. I don't know if you've ever played it. But it's one of my favorite games. The game takes place over a 3-day cycle that you repeat over and over again. There's tons of dungeons. There's not tons of dungeons. There's only 4. But there's tons of content that you can experience over and over again in this 3-day cycle. Originally, that was supposed to be a 7-day cycle. Originally, there was also supposed to be more masks that went in the game. And originally, there was... God, what else was there that I just forgot? Originally, they were going to have all unique character models. But they had to cut so much content. What is it that video said? Whenever you're making a game, no matter how much content you want in it, you're going to be cutting things. You need to cut and cut and cut, and whenever you think you're done cutting, you're probably not done cutting. But there's got to be a point where you stop cutting. So what that's to say is that not all the ideas that you start with are going to make it to the end. And that's something you just changed. That's a sacrifice you just made. Your original idea, you cut some content from it and replaced it with something new. That is an epiphany that I'd love to see. And now you've got that new motivation, that new drive. As a matter of fact, this project was set to take place only in one concrete area. Still open world, but one restricted area. And then I had the idea, and it was supposed to have like a linear storyline and everything. And I decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm making a much larger world. It's still open world. And there's no linear path. There is a main story, but there's no linear path. I think Skyrim, like, you have an end goal, but getting there is up to you. Thought the same idea of a gameplay, but this is FPS Hotel first-person game. You're a skeleton. You need to kill all the evil skeleton monsters, and there will be ghost skeletons. You need to kill the enemies. Watch out for the enemies. They might kill you in the game and you lose. That seems really cool. If I can give you a little bit of a possible backstory to give to this idea. I'm really big into the mythologies and lores of various cultures across the world. In Celtic lore, there is a place called the House of Dawn. The House of Dawn in Celtic lore is... Dawn is the king of the dead. Kind of like Hades. And Hades was never an evil person. He just rules over the least likable place in the world. But in Celtic lore, whenever people die, they travel to the west. They go westward around the world until they reach the House of Dawn, where they go and await whether they go to Tir na Nog, which is the Celtic afterlife, which is also called the Otherworld, or they await reincarnation. This could be, put something like that maybe in the background, where you're in an afterlife, and the only way you can either be reincarnated or go to the actual afterlife is by killing all of your competition. Don't like base it off Celtic lore, because that would be kind of weird to make it overtly violent, but maybe make it a version of the Judeo-Christian Islamic hell. You're a skeleton, you're dead, and whoever wins this battle royale, I mean, even though it's a first-person shooter game, single player, which I'm guessing it is, you're in a battle royale against other dead characters. And you gotta make it out. You gotta make it out alive and be the first one, or not the first one, the last one standing. Or gotta make it to the exit, or solve whatever you've got as the goal of the game. You as the character have to be the one to finish it. You as a character have to be the one to accomplish this mission, to get out of hell, or to go to your afterlife, or to come back to life. You don't have to use that idea, but that's an idea that just popped into my head. Because if it has a story, if you want it to have a story, that coming up with small, short little ideas like this is a good idea to brainstorm. But I think that would be pretty cool. You're in the land of the dead, and you got to find a way back to the land of the living. But there's other dead things, other skeletons, other ghosts that are trying to make their way back to the land of the living too. And they're willing to kill you to get to where they go. They're doing whatever is necessary. You got to do the same. That's just an idea that popped in my head. You don't have to use it, but it's an idea. Now I've got to get back to fixing this nonsense. Dart trap mechanism. Dart timer. 1.5. I set it to 1. See if that maybe helps to change how far the dart fires. As a matter of fact, let's see. Public float dart die timer. Dart die timer. Alrighty. And if dart die timer equals 0, we are going to set it as a default. Dart die timer equals 1.5F. Okay. There we go. That should work. So if it equals 0 at the start, it'll automatically be 1.5F. That way it's default. It's defaulted. And of course, project settings. Now I will be bouncing here in a bit because I do have to get ready for work, but I figured I'd start streaming on Saturdays to maybe open up the door to other peeps, to other opportunity. Really love the concept of the FPS game of Ash and Adam's gobsmacked. I don't know what gobsmacked is, as a matter of fact. Let's look that up. Gobsmacked on Steam. Okay. Interesting. It's got like Borderlands cartoon art style. You're a goblin in this mini FPS roguelite. You fight your way through the arenas where you wreck junk bots to thrill the goblin crowd. Oh, so it's like a gladiatorial thing. I like that. I like that idea. I like that idea. It's good to draw inspiration from games that you enjoy. It's always good to do that. It's always good to draw inspiration from games that you enjoy. 100%. Just so long as you're not, like, copying... Well, I can't say that making a knockoff is bad. Because right when God of War came out... Not the recent one, but the ones back in the early 2000s. Or the mid-2000s. Once those came out and those were successful games, a lot of game developers started emulating those and making their own games that were basically the same thing. So making a knockoff is not bad. The term knockoff should not be seen as a bad thing. Not by any stretch. So if you want to make a replica or a knockoff of that game, by all means, but put your own twist on it. Which I think the skeleton idea would be a pretty good one. FPS game, not a roguelite, but it is in a hotel horror game. That would be fun. I would anticipate how that looks. Dart die timer, okay. I would think that would be really, really cool. Let's set it to 0.5. Whenever you get a prototype for this up and running, message me on Itch or GameJolt or something. Find a, like I should put a Discord up. I should start a Discord. I really should. Oh damn. Never fucking mind, guy. Shit. Let's just set it to that. I think it's the dart itself. I should start a Discord. Damage amount, turn speed is magic. Let's see. Float. Kill timer. Oops. If kill timer equals 0. Kill timer equals 3. Mainly just for range stuff. Kill timer. Save all. So let's set the kill timer to 2. That might help for this one at the least. Followed you on Itch and Twitter, so you know what I'm doing. Awesome. Very awesome. I like it. I'll get the notifications for both here in a sec. In Twitter, I'll post more when I get things done half. Good. Good. Always post. Always post. I haven't posted on Twitter, so I'm pretty much talking out of my ass, but always post. I don't post a whole lot on Twitter, or X, or whatever it's called these days. Even though I really should post more. Which I think I'll do that today. Good, that's perfect. Let's take a look at these darts as well here. So let me... Dart trap mechanism. Let's put kill public. Oops. Public. Flirt. Kill timer. Enemy projectile. Dart. Equals instantiate. Let's see. Dart object. Dot get component. Enemy projectile. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Perfect. All right. Dart object dot kill timer equals kill timer. All right. Alrighty. So this way we can change the distance at which these things do their nonsense. So that means we'll need to go into each of them individually, for the most part, and change up their timers. Which is fine. Not a big deal. There's one there. Is there any more? There should be another one, right? Yep, right there. Kill timer 1.5 or 3. Ooh, 6. We're up to 6. We're popular today. Holy shit. Hello, everybody. 5. I probably just dropped a few with that. Ah, shit. I'm an idiot. I'm a big dumb dummy head. For all these of you that are just joining in, say hi, happy hello. I'm actually going to need to bounce my... what up, it's Gambit. How you doing, buddy? You came in at the last possible second because I'm actually going to be bouncing and leaving in about 10 minutes to get to work. It's going to be interesting. It is becoming bigger and better. Right now we're working on traps and mainly audio, but we're also adjusting some variables. Yoink. For these kill timers, we'll set these to 1? No, 2. Set those to 2. Any other darts? Dart traps? Okay, we got all those set. That's awesome. I know I forgot my hat today, by the way. See how these look. Let's see. Alright, so that does it for them. Let's go down here to the other ones here. Perfect. Perfection. Alright. So I'm going to do some audio real quick. Yeah, I took out some of the teleport traps, by the way. Ow. Yeah. And yeah, that looks good. That looks great. Ow. So that works. Works fantastic. We also did the noises for the... I gotta really fix that. The noises for everything else here. I don't know if there's any other traps in this hallway. There should be. And there's not. I don't have the key to get into there, so we are going to just cut this out. For all those that are just now joining us, I am sorry, but I will be leaving in about 10 minutes. Man, I should really try to organize some shit more. Organize some better stuff in terms of time. That would be great to do. Alright, so let's... Well, all the audio is set. All the audio for the environment is set, I should say. I will say that the only other things that we have to do in terms of audio... I've got to put a trap in... Not a trap, a puzzle in here, which I've got to design a little bit better because my idea that I had for it kind of sucked. So I've got to come up with a better one, an easy one to navigate, but not necessarily one that is difficult. An easy one, but one that looks and feels difficult. I gotta come up with some ideas for these puzzles. Maybe a spinning wheel on all 4 corners where you have to match the sigil. And you'll find these throughout the dungeon in specific order. There's an idea right there. So in each of these rooms, each of these 4 chambers, there's going to be a sigil or rune somewhere in plain sight that the player will need to find and keep note of. And as they go down to this area, this puzzle room right here, to unlock this door here, or to get the key that unlocks the door, which I haven't put a key in here yet, they will need to activate the puzzle wheel. So that would not activate the puzzle wheel, but do the puzzle and find each. The wheels are going to have individual runes on them that they will be at random turns, and you have to turn them to face to have the proper rune chosen. That's an idea we can have, and if they're all in the correct order, basically each one is in the proper space, that'll work. That will really work. The player just has to pay attention to their surroundings while they're doing it. That sounds good. That sounds really good. Alright. With that said, we are going to find a way to manage all this nonsense. How are we going to do that? What is the size of this thing? This is definitely at an awkward size. How would we put that? Let's see. Maybe some sigils that are hidden and can only be viewable with certain item. I don't want to put any unique items into this prototype yet. There are a list of unique items. As a matter of fact, I can pull up the inventory of how that's going to look. I have this idea that in the full game, in the full open world game, you find unique items that occupy... I still have to fix some of this, but they occupy each of these little categories here, and you find them in the dungeons throughout the game. And every time you use them, you have like an XP bar that fills up. So the items level up based on how often you use them. There's going to be one of the things I want to do that will prevent people from just sitting and constantly activating them is you will get... I've seen a lot of games do this. A lot of games do this where combat is initiated and you have a timer. And after all enemies have either gone away or you've killed them all, that short timer counts down. When it reaches 0, you're no longer in combat. Basically, there's going to be an in-combat boolean. And whenever the player's in combat, fighting enemies, whatever, or in hostile territory, that combat timer is going to be there. That combat condition is going to be there. Once all enemies are dead, or you've stopped taking damage for a certain period of time, or you're not attacked, what have you, that combat timer runs to 0, and you're just out of combat. But if the player's in combat, they will be able to use these unique items in their combat state. There's also going to be a passive state where you can use it to solve puzzles and shit. I've already got all this noted out. As a matter of fact, I think most of it's in there. Most of it's in these things. This is mainly quests and stuff, but there's a whole assortment of unique items. This is notebook number 5, full of stuff. But yeah, the player will level up these unique items based on how often they use them, be it puzzles or be it in combat. The more they use it, the more XP they gain from it. The more XP they gain, the more it levels. That idea is mainly inspired by the old God of War games, where you gain XP from, fighting and all that good jazz, and you're able to level up your items accordingly. I've kind of modified that, where you level it up based on how often you use it. But these unique items, you're going to find these throughout the game, and they're going to be part of quest lines that are going to be completely optional. You can go through the whole game without using it. None of the main storyline stuff, which again is also optional, will require the use of unique items. I want it to be completely open for the player to explore to their heart's content how they choose to. So, with that said, it is about time for me to bounce, because I got to start getting ready for work. I got to be at work at 2. Luckily, it only takes me 15 minutes to get to work. But yeah, I will go ahead and bounce and head out. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Vibes, good to see you again, Gambit, and anybody else who popped in and said hello. I will head out, but I will be back I'm adjusting my stream schedule. As a matter of fact, today was the first Saturday. I might stream on Monday morning or tomorrow morning. Everybody hang out. Everybody be good. Be cool. Make your games. Never give up. I will see you all next time, which I'll probably change my stream schedule week after next. You guys take it easy.